LinkedIn Live. Mark Elder in the house, Julian Placino, and Foster Williams, the job problem. Career search at CityWorks. Career search at CityWorks. Come on, man. Y'all make it. Give us your comments on LinkedIn Live. Jake Melton in the house.
Sorry,
Tell us, Foster, what's it about?
Just on your
Yeah, no.
Hey, welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show. Wow. Where what you know is important.
But who you know?
Wow, Foster, really?
That's kind of.
Come on, man.
Ed Albert.
Wow.
Who y'all know?
Are
can
y'all
make all
old
the
enough to
difference in
remember?
your
Y'all
job
not
search.
even old enough to remember Fat Al.
Man, y'all are crazy. Can you just do the sign in for us real quick? But who you know,
Who you know.
makes
Who y'all
all
know
the
makes
difference
all the
in your
difference.
job search.
Because I'm all about who you know.
Man.
You guys know me.
All right. So today is hump day. It's Wednesday.
Where's the
Hump
camel?
Day.
Where's the
Where's
camp?
that camel?
Mike.
Mike.
Mark.
We do that every Wednesday. It's lame every Wednesday.
Wow. Oh my goodness. You guys are in for
Yeah,
a
we're in
treat
trouble
today.
today.
You guys are in for it today. All right. So welcome to the Who You Know Show. My name's Trevor Houston, and we got a great audience with us here today. Andy Cook, I see you here with us. How
Hey.
you
Oh,
doing?
Andy's out there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah,
Guys, we
David
want to give you
Ishmael.
a shout out, so go ahead and check in with us. We'd love to give you a quick shout. Oh, who we got here? We
Hey.
got David. What's going on,
Got
David?
Carlos Peña. Hey, Carlos.
Susan. How
Hey,
you doing?
Carlos.
Good to see y'all checking in with us. Tell us where you're tuning in from, like if you're in Dallas, DFW, if you're in another city, or maybe if you're like from out of state, or maybe you're out of the country. We're always shocked to see where we have people tuning
You
in
know
from.
it is.
Tammy, good to see you here with us. Carlos, how are you?
Hallie, I hope you in Leesburg, Virginia. I hope you're being able to tune in with us today.
Guys, I'm also curious because we've been having a little bit of inconsistencies with the LinkedIn Live stream. Tell us if you actually got the notification or if you went to my activity to find it. How did you actually find it? I want you to put either activity or notification. Let us know how you found this show. How did you get to us? That's pretty good. We need to know that.
Yeah, did you find it on the www?
The WW? All right.
The interweb?
We're still going through technical things, guys.
Yeah, LinkedIn Live is still brand new, still beta. So we're trying to figure out the best approach to get you here so that you can tune in and get all this information.
Tara Shell Bradley. Did I say that right? Tara Shell? Is that how you pronounce it?
Ooh, Ladina Piper, how are you? How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, so we've got a lot of content to get through today. We've got a lot of landings, a lot of celebrations, and we're actually going to do something a little different today. We're excited about this show because the format's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the history of the Who You Know and where we're going from here. What's coming down the pipeline?
The
how it
future.
all
The
got
future.
started. What in the world did you guys do
Yep.
to get checked in with us?
So let's get to it. Before we do, though, we always like to bless this show and our listeners with a prayer. So, Foster, will you please do us the honors?
I will. And right before I do, Sherry Young, you got a notification. Where did you get it from? Where did it come from?
Yeah, where'd you get that
Where'd
notification?
you get that? Hey, Sherry. So, bow with me, Sherry. Okay. Father God, we come to you on a cold and wet day in Dallas-Fort Worth. We thank you for getting us to the studios safely. We are attempting to do what you told us to do, and that's to help people understand what to do in this new economy and how to get a job, and as expeditious as it can be. And we ask that you help us learn along the way. During this time, Father, that we're looking for a job, you're wanting us to learn a number of things that we can take into our new job. So when we get to that new job, remind us what we're supposed to be doing, but mainly remind us that we're needing to come to you even to do the job we got now. So we thank you in Jesus' mighty name for all of these things. Amen.
Amen.
Man.
So,
Good one, Foster.
Tara Shell said I said it right.
guys, this is a job networking show, so I'm going to have you do something for us. a lot of these job seekers are going to the different groups. They're going to Frisco Connect and South Lake Focus Group and learning all these strategies on how to network. So you're also making some friends and building some relationships while you're out at these groups, right? Hopefully you are. I know in our workshop we give an access to an accountability group, which is awesome. Guys, I want you to tag some of the relationships that you've met, right? Like, think about this process as you're going through the job search process. I want you to embrace it. Think about the positive things, the people that you've met, the relationships that you've built, right? It's super important to embrace the journey. It's not all negative, right? There's a lot of positives. You're going to build some relationships that may take you forward in your life. So
the rest of your life.
So I would love for you to just tag them in to show your appreciation. Just tag them in the comments. Anybody that you've met, that you've built a relationship with, somebody that's encouraged you or helped you, inspired you even, put that in the comment section. I would love to see that.
And also, look, we've got a lot of volunteers, a lot of people that are passionate about giving back of their own while they're in the job search. So if you've been able to help somebody specifically make a huge impact in their lives and you're aware of that, right? Sometimes we don't know, but share that too. Share your story, share who you've been able to help or impact.
Absolutely.
We got a whole network of that. I love this network.
Isn't it awesome?
It really is.
It's a good old family we got here. It's
a
pretty
family.
Nice.
Good one, Trevor.
It's a good family.
It's exactly what we have.
Yeah, every time I go to, Frisco Connect and I walk in that room, I feel very welcomed. Everybody there is just get a lot of hugs.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm coming out with a new T-shirt. It's going to have the Who You Know logo on the back, but on the front it's going to say free hugs available here.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm giving out hugs, y'all. Y'all know what I'm all about.
I'm going to make one that says free kisses.
That hug. I'm putting out free hearts right now.
All right, let's go to our audience real quick. So we've got Ernie Vanderleest with us.
Ernie Vanderleest, Vandermost.
He put Chad
McRae.
Man, you know what?
Chad McRae's out.
Tell us why Chad. I want to know why Chad. Because, just tell us, did he inspire you? Did he encourage you? Or maybe he just needs to know what's going on. Jennifer, good to see you here. She says, the relationships and friends I have built have made the absolute difference in my engagement.
Jennifer.
Isn't that awesome? And enjoyment
and she's
of the
not
process.
lying. Jennifer's that way.
Yeah, she said enjoyment. Guys, you need to learn how to embrace this process. I know it can be kind of like crappy, but embrace it.
Oh, hey, there's Matt Harrington.
So, Eddie Cook, you got something to do with Melody Robinson landing the job? Did that happen?
Ooh.
I'm loving this network. Hey, Marty Epton.
Isn't that awesome?
And then our buddy Tommy Lindsay, he's usually with us all the time anyway, so there he is.
Well, let's go to some landings, okay? Because we do have some people to congratulate here. So, first on the list, we got, and I always mess up the last name, Michael Norskog.
I know his wife.
Michael, are you watching?
She's a Norskog too.
Michael, are you watching? Congratulations, guys. Let's see some hands on LinkedIn from Michael.
Edie Weber, what is up, girl?
Yeah. All right. Second up, we also have Diane Donovan. Congratulations, Diane.
Diane Donovan, you landed, really?
Yes.
I figured you would.
She sent us an email. It was very, very nice. So we appreciate you, Diane. Thank you so much for sending in that email. By the way, guys, if you land, send in your story. Tell us a little bit about it, and
tell us what happened.
We'll give you a shout out here on the show. But we need to know when you land. It'll be encouraging. So next up, and she's on the show with us today.
Natalia.
She's in the audience. She's tuning in. Congratulations. Give a round of applause and some hands for Melody Robinson.
Melody Robinson.
Yay.
What's up, Gene? There's my boy, Gene. What's up, Gene?
So I'm real excited about Melody. We really, really are happy about that landing. I mean, we're happy about everybody when they land, but Melody, she's just the awesomest. You get the best hugs for Melody.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. Y'all need to get some hugs for Melody for real. Round of applause for Amber Nyer.
Hey,
Amber landed.
Yeah, I think she landed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she's been in for 2 weeks, but we had a good conversation.
Amber has been a big time supporter of this show, so yeah, we need to say Amber 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. We actually found this out today. Big congratulations to Cynthia Worthen.
Cynthia Worthen.
Congratulations. Guys, we absolutely want to hear from you. When you land, tell us your story. Tell it all how it all came about, because your story is important, right?
That's
you
right.
know, one of the things that I noticed and if you see it in the comments, if you go scroll through the comments, that a lot of the people that are hashtagging other people, they're all on the comments, right? They're tagging each other.
What do you?
That's awesome.
Aaron Mark says, "Yay, Melody."
That's what family's all about.
That is what family's
so
about.
Ohana means
family.
Yeah.
What Ohana?
All right, so we got a great audience with us. This thing's going awesome. So Marty, what's going on? Matthew Harrington, good to see you. Aaron Marks, how are you? Andy Cook, Ladina Piper, Gene, how are you? Eugene.
Gino.
Man, we got a great audience. Thank you guys for tuning in.
We got Gene Clay. It's Eugene, but I call him Gene.
Yeah.
We want you to know that there is no show without you, right? So we appreciate you. Egbert, what's going on, man? Are you still in Oklahoma? Still in Oklahoma, Egbert? We want to know from you.
Bert, we got to get you out of Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma's a nice state. It really is, but we got to get you down there with us, man.
So here's what we're going to do. Today's going to be a little bit different format to our show. We're going to be interviewing each other to talk about the story of where Who You Know came from. A lot of people ask us that. They're like, now they're starting to bring us onto different platforms and interview us, right? People want to know.
Isn't that crazy?
People are like, where did this come from? This is an awesome platform. We love it.
And to expound upon that, we'll go into why we do it. Right? A lot of people are like,
that's the number one reason why we do it.
Why do you do this? Where did it come from?
Ladina Piper said it makes her Wednesday.
Oh, thank you, Ladina. Appreciate you. Well, your hug made my Tuesday.
Ladina, I want to say something. You guys need to know Ladina. Ladina served her country, and I have a big ups for any of the veterans because my dad fought for General Patton back in 3rd Army days.
Wow. Hey, Greg Krause, good to see you here with us, man. Can't wait to catch up with you soon. I know we're going to get together pretty soon, so can't wait for that. So let's get into all this stuff, right? Where did Who You Know come from? What's the purpose and what's the future? Like the past, the present, and the future.
Yeah, it's like
we're
the ghost
2
of
years.
Christmas past, present, and future.
Last month we were 2 years. We've been on the air for 2 years.
Yep.
Guys, this is
they haven't thrown us off yet. I know it's coming.
This is, actually last week was, but we didn't talk about it. This week
Birthday
is our 2-year birthday, yeah. Who You Know, 2 years.
Happy birthday
to us. Happy birthday, Who You Know.
I don't have a happy birthday sound effect.
2 years for the Who You Know show. Now, but we've been doing this for a lot longer, but the show is 2 years old now, okay? And it's developed, and it's getting better. Like, we still are not that great.
How long?
No, we're not.
How long have we been doing this?
And we have no problem with that either.
Not the show, but just career search.
I've been doing it 20 years.
Almost 5 for
20
you and for me and Mark now.
Yeah. Twin.
So we should talk about how they got started and everything. It's a good story.
Right. Yeah. Foster, right?
Trevor, you guys came to Frisco Connect.
You were the catalyst. You want to tell them the story, Trevor? How did we meet Foster?
Oh, well, okay. So it all started for me. I was networking. I just got into the financial services industry, and I was networking, sitting down with a guy and having a conversation with him, and told him what I do, right, for a living, and he was like, you know what? You need to go check out South Lake Focus Group. I bet there's a bunch of people over there that you can help. And so we went over there and got introduced to Foster.
Oh, God.
Right?
Life went downhill from there.
But you know, South Lake is not really in our neck of the woods. I mean,
it's a long way over.
A little bit out. I mean, because we are in Frisco. We didn't even know Frisco Connect existed.
Right.
We didn't know that existed. But so we actually got to South Lake first, and were introduced to Foster and had a conversation with him, and then went over there to Frisco Connect.
We offered to buy Foster lunch.
Yeah, we did.
Was it barbecue?
Did I turn y'all down? Didn't know it was barbecue.
Yeah. Yep.
We didn't know that was the magic.
Yep.
The magic.
It's best if it's barbecue.
If I would have known it was barbecue, we would have had an in like a lot sooner.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't know us from Adam, right?
No, I put him through.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh my God, I put him through the ringer.
He did, because it's a lot of this stuff. It's about trust, and it's about relationship. We talk about this all the time. So when we first came, we were like, okay, well, we could go in here, and there's a lot of need in here, and people were kind of hurting. I could see the hurt.
I could see the
hurt.
Job, man.
You could feel the hurt.
Dramatic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
There was a wait.
Yeah. And so Mark and I, we knew that we could help people professionally in our business. Like, we knew that. Like, that's easy. But we also looked at it and we're like, oh, man, we got to do a lot more than that because these people are hurting. Like, can we give back? What can we do? Like, and so for the very first few meetings, we literally just sat there and we would shut up and just listen to see what's going on. Like, we were observers, right? We would just sit back, and everybody kept raising their hand, and they would tell their story about how they landed, right? They would be like, I landed my job, and it happened from networking. What are y'all talking about over there?
I'm throwing up the mascot stuff from all of my colleges.
Are you going to come in the show?
Come on in, Mark.
Are you coming in?
Come on in, Mark. Hey, we do have a very special guest.
Monkey Butt.
In or out? Come on, man. Let's
go. Hey, round of applause.
All right. We got a guest with us here today. This is Monkey Butt. You guys hear us talking about Monkey Butt all the time. Monkey Butt is the owner of KVGI Studios, KVGI Media.
House.
This is his house we're in right now.
That's right.
I think this is like the second time in history or the first time in history I've been on your show.
First time. First time
Is it
in
really
history.
first time?
You better do good, man. You better act right.
All this time, and I've only been here one time. Is it?
That's
so
it.
So this
It's
is it.
always behind the
years.
scenes making funny
So
faces.
this is
at
my
us
one and
stuff.
done.
Yeah, you get one every 2 years. That's it. That is it. That is it.
This is a tough room.
No, I'm just
Yeah, it's a
So,
tough crowd.
damn it, I got to wait 25 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
25 months from now.
You got to wait a little while. But no, so the Who You Know started. We went to the church and really just observed to see how things were happening, what was going on. And again, people were networking to find that job. And so Mark and I were like, the light bulb went off in our head. We were like, well, that's what we do all the time. We're professional networkers. Like we're pretty good at it. I think we're pretty good at it. I don't know about everybody else, but I thought we were pretty good. And so we're like,
One
okay.
of you are.
Yeah.
I won't say which one. Maybe Foster.
Foster's
What
really
happened
good
with
at it.
Foster's the king of yeah.
He's the job father.
They call me the job father.
Mhm.
I know, and I don't know where that name came
Yeah,
from.
you know
'cause I
that
used to
makes you
watch The
sound like you're
Godfather.
really old.
I am.
Like I'm supposed to be Marlon Brando or something.
No.
Oh,
Wow.
It ain't
the
working.
nickname? You mean Job Father? Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched The Godfather. You're not the same.
I'm not the same. No,
Yeah.
Thank God I'm not that rotund. I'm getting there. I'm working on it.
Squirrel.
Yep.
Keep
Well,
it
that
on.
was
Keep
a
it on.
squirrel.
So what did we end up doing?
Well, we just decided to start meeting with job seekers one-on-one and really take it a step further because I wanted to know, okay, not only are you networking, that's great, but what is the biggest problem? What's the challenge? What is the disconnect? Why are you not landing? Okay, and after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting, coffee after coffee after coffee after coffee, we found out it was the process has been dehumanized. People are struggling because they're not getting communication, they're not getting conversation,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and they're in that black hole. So we started to look for technology. We found BombBomb. BombBomb was concept at the time.
It was concept.
It was, and I started using BombBomb in our business, and saw the instant increase in engagement and instant increase in communication. And I was like, okay, I would use this, in every aspect if I was job searching or not. So I started teaching it to the job search as just experimental, really, in the beginning. And then I saw the responses. That's what blew me away.
Yep.
And I would run up to Mark and I'd be like, oh, dude, check this out. This person just landed because of BombBomb.
And what would I say?
You'd be like, oh, man, that's pretty cool.
I'd be like,
Mark never
yeah,
got
okay.
excited about anything.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's pretty good. And then the whole the LinkedIn list, you know how we give out our network in our so okay, let me tell you how that all came about. In our workshop, we actually give out our network to the job seekers to look for introductions so we can open doors for them.
Right.
And so that all came about from some training that we were getting in the financial services. So they were teaching us in order to get referrals, right? To give first, and that's how you would get referrals. And they taught us a whole process on how to do this with LinkedIn. And I was like, well, why can't we just do that with the job seekers? Just give them our network. Here you
LinkedIn
go.
is the number one tool for job seekers.
Yeah, let me introduce you to our network. And so that was successful. They liked that, and it opened doors, and we started getting jobs landed that way. We would just connect people, right? Just connect people, and then all of a sudden, boom, they get landed.
But isn't that the way it's supposed to be? I mean, I used to really hate going to network meetings.
Yeah.
for the simple reason that everybody wanted your network.
Right.
And you would give them the network, and you would get nothing in return, right?
Uh-huh.
Or you might get one or twosies, but then they're gone, squirrel, they've left, and you're the one handling no network because you gave them your network.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like, the happy hour social networking, or was that more like the BNIs, the master networks, the groups?
I didn't
Oh, I
do.
forgot
I didn't
about
do.
BNI.
Well, yeah, and I did a few of those, but no, I think those were like I've been to Success North Dallas, and I've been to a few others, and those are usually a directive. There's the direction is you're going to come there, you're going to schmooze and mingle with somebody, but it's kind of like a 1 to 2 to connection. You're not there to see the whole group. You're not going to connect with everybody.
Right.
Right. You're going to come there, and somebody's going to bring you in and introduce you, and you're going to talk to them, and then you're going to leave. But the happy hour networking, you're meeting with too many people.
Yeah.
What ends up happening for me back in the day was I would meet one person, and it would either be I got connected, and I'm there 30 minutes talking to this one person and realizing that I just spent a lot of time, and I'm not going to get anything from it.
Right.
But they got something. Or there's the other version. You go to the meeting, and you meet everybody, and you meet 2 or 3 people, and they all want your information, and then you walked away and you got 0.
And nobody gets anything.
Right.
Right. Because it's always reciprocal.
Right. So what I like about what you guys have done is it's back to direction. It's about having an object. Your objective is to come there. We're going to introduce you to people. You're going to talk to people. But you're doing something that nobody else is doing. You're putting 2 sides together that aren't talking.
Mm-hmm.
You got the HR that's not getting out the door, and you got the other side that's looking for a job, not going in the door.
Yep. And they're
Very true.
just missing each other.
They're totally missing each other. Well, I appreciate you saying that, man.
And you're making it make
Good
sense.
observation.
And we're trying to make it fun.
Well,
Yeah.
That's another
That's
thing.
hard.
And
It
uplifting.
is. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to.
And
extremely hard.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to make it fun because I notice a lot of times in these groups, people are just like, like they're learning how to do their resume or whatever, but they're like,
Well, it's
like it's
kinda how-
depressing almost when you
it's-
walk out of
you're-
those groups.
I love how you
said
said
something exciting to it.
the issue you have some days with these network things is everybody's going out there to do a social good. I've showed up, I've done this, this, and this. At the end of the day, what have you spent all your time doing? But you guys are telling people, stop wasting your time. Here's how you're going to get yourself out there. Get yourself out there.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's really kind of simple, stupid. It's just get yourself out there.
It is simple.
If you're just thinking that you're going to be on somebody else's coattail, it's not working. Hasn't worked for years.
We have a target, and people share what they're doing.
As they
Because,
should.
as we go through things, we want to share our story. We want to tell Mark about how the races went or whatever it is. But in our case, it's job search.
Don't you win when you give your heart out to something that you have a passion for?
It's a big way.
If you're not locking your network down, why are you self-preserving yourself and locking yourself down to say, hey, this is my network and I've got a worth? Your worth is actually open to everybody around you.
The crazy thing about this network is it help one person every day. Hope is our main topic, and we get out and we help other people, and the reciprocation is wonderful. And because it just happens like that, it's scrolling to the universe.
It really is. It's pretty cool.
You reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow. Absolutely, guys. Mark, is it okay if I call you Monkey Butt?
It's absolutely correct.
Because we have
That's
Mark
his
1 and
name.
Mark 2.
All right.
So
I'm
we're gonna
Monkey
call
Butt,
him.
you're
We're
Mark.
gonna call him Monkey Butt today.
Perfect.
So it's not confusing. So, Monkey Butt, you have an event coming up. We're gonna talk about here in just a second when we come back from the commercial break.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere because when we come back, we got Monkey Butt, the owner of KVGI Media, in the house. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's holler at the audience real quick. So we've got. Actually, wait a minute.
We got our commercials.
We got our
Show
commercials.
and
I forgot.
My company, VIP, up there. It's not my company. It's one of my favorite companies, guys. Here is why. If you are looking for a good recruiter, VIP is going to have those kind of people, and they specialize in finance and accounting. So you see this real pretty girl up there. There she is, Casey Haston right there. She is the boss over there, and I like the way Casey talks with everybody. And you guys look up VIP recruiting, VIP staffing.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you check that out. And make sure you also come out to our workshop every Monday, 1 to 5, Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters. We're going to teach you how to rehumanize your job search process. We're going to put the human element back in. We're going to get recruiters, hiring managers, subject matter experts, career coaches in conversation with you so that you can get out of the black hole.
Got to get out of that black hole, y'all.
All right, so come out. You do have to register, guys. And make sure after you register, you take a look at all of the notification that comes after, the instructions, how to get in, because we don't want you to get lost.
It's the neatest thing in the world. You're at Dallas Cowboy headquarters. You don't have to be a Cowboy fan.
That is true.
Was it this
No,
last
you
Monday
don't.
you guys did your large workshop? Your little bit larger one?
We did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, the big one.
A little bit bigger than you normally do?
Yep.
Yeah, 300 people big.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome. I didn't know it was that much, but good. Awesome.
Yeah, they actually had to cut it off. Some people weren't able to get in, so.
Really?
Yeah. We
Hey, that's a good
maxed
problem to
out
have.
10 days
Yeah,
early.
oh, yeah.
I'd rather have them pissed off by not getting in than
I
the
did.
alternative.
Unfortunately, I have to deal with the ones that get pissed off because they didn't make it.
All right.
Oh, look what commercials on. The Who You Know Job Network show.
All right, next
Wow.
up, we've got JFS, which is Jewish Family Service of Greater Dallas. So we've got Allison and Mitch over at JFS. They have been so kind and gracious, and they've been awesome. They are a partner with the Who You Know Network. We are partnered with them, and they have a ton of resources. They have coaching. They have career transition groups. They have financial education, because when you're in career transition, you're also in financial transition.
That's right.
It is so impressive. They have counselors. They do all sorts of counseling, not just job related, but certainly that. And they actually have a food pantry there. That was so impressive to me.
Mm-hmm.
So they are catering to those in need. So check out Jewish Family Service.
Yeah, you need to go to that. And also, in April, we've got an event coming up called Video Marketing World.
VMW.
You definitely need to come check this out if you are using video in your search.
And you should be.
If you are using video at all, like maybe you're a salesperson or B2B, you're in B2B sales, entrepreneurs, business owners, right? This is a great place for you as well, because what they're going to teach you how to do at this place, at this conference, is how to use video to build relationships.
Oh, yeah, and brand yourself.
Yep, to brand yourself, to start a business. There are people out there, I'm going to tell you right now, there are YouTubers out there making millions. Kids.
It really is.
Kids.
Young ones,
Kids.
too, yeah.
Playing video games and stuff like that, right? Making millions of dollars playing with toys, okay? So if you want to know how to make millions of dollars playing with toys, you need to come out to Video Marketing World.
I'm in for toys.
You like that?
I mean, you're playing with one right in front of you.
Yeah,
You're talking
exactly.
to one.
Also, if you do want to come out to this event, it is $200 off with coupon code INSIDER because of the relationship of the Who You Know Job Networking Show. You know what we saw a lot last year? A lot of recruiting firms were there. You know
And
why?
it should have
A
been.
lot
Because
Yeah.
they're trying to figure out how to best to brand themselves with video. So
We're
we actually
watching video on LinkedIn.
high profile staffing was there last year. A lot of recruiting firms were actually there last year.
Absolutely.
So guys, make sure you come out. Great event. $2,000 or $2,000 off. $200
Oh,
off.
that'd be, man, if it's $2,000
And
off, y'all
we're
ain't
gonna
going.
we're gonna have our main man from Bomb Bomb, Ethan, there.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to be there. Okay, so let's go to our audience real quick. We got Rick Barber in the house. What's going on, Rick? Aaron Sundell. You know what? These comments are weird sometimes. LinkedIn is just strange sometimes. It from my computer, I see flawless.
Hey, Lisa White.
Right? And then, but from my phone,
From
But
the phone, it's a different
it's like you have to
feed.
refresh.
Well, yes and no, because
Oh,
you're,
yours
you're,
too?
well, you're getting it from a relay server. So,
Uh-huh.
LinkedIn has multiple servers that are running these, one for the mobile app division, one for the desktop division, and probably another one for another division. But Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, they're all the same. They all have multiple servers. So
But-
you're going to get
but-
something different on your phone than you're going to get on your
But
computer.
tell me why this on my phone it says there's only 2 people on when we know on here it shows there's way more than that. There's a
that's
couple
the-
hundred on.
That's the relay
That's
coming
because
to
you
the mobile
just
side.
reset
Right?
it.
So they're just it's not streamlined yet. It's not smooth yet.
But no services that way, because I've seen. So we did a brand new YouTube channel the other day,
Uh-huh.
and I saw only one person the entire time of the show. But when I went back and looked at their channel, it said 160 people were watching it.
Huh.
And at any given time, it was 38 people that were at the peak. And I was sitting there going, well, wait a minute. So I'm looking from the computer,
Right.
but
Wow.
it's only showing me one.
The one. Yeah.
But then when I go look at the analytics, it says it was 160. So, I can't blame it on anything other than it's the service that we're connecting with, right? And LinkedIn is still in beta.
Yeah, they're still new.
And I don't know how they're separating their signals from what you have on your desktop to here. But even like recently, you guys got me connected with Restream and all that jazz. And I just found out there was like a 52-second delay that's always been on Facebook,
wow.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But on LinkedIn, the delay is less. It's like
Are you
32.
serious?
It's like 32 to 38 seconds, right? But recently, we made some more changes on my end, and now it's like about 15 to 18 seconds.
Well,
But not on your computer.
Yeah,
Hey.
let's go to the audience though, real quick. We've
Well,
got a great audience.
We've got a great comment. I want to read one real quick.
Go ahead.
Because Don Mason's on. Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
And Don, great friend here in the network, and I know you've gone through a lot during your transition. So thank you for your comment. He wrote, "It's true." For those of you that aren't on LinkedIn or seeing these comments, it's true. Sometimes the help you give, it's not direct. This podcast has kept me going for a while, especially after my grandmother died. I was lost for a while.
Oh, man.
This podcast has kept me positive, even after my landing fell apart in China.
Amen.
So,
oh man.
you know what? We just, a lot of you are already aware of this, but we just lost a huge force in the career transition network, Dennis O'Hagan, and we have had a lot of others, and he even had an experience where, he dealt with somebody who was in transition and they ended up hurting themselves, and we also have had that.
We've had
and that I just wanted to point that out because what you said earlier, Trevor, is just to encourage, uplift, just so that people aren't alone, because we know that it can be very lonely in the job search. So we appreciate you guys. We love you being here in the network, and do what you can to stay connected and invite others.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, guys, we need the support. You need the encouragement. You need to be lifted up sometimes. Sometimes, again, you need that hug. It could just be a hug. So go out and hug somebody today, man. Go hug somebody today.
You'd be surprised.
Or, again, like we were talking about earlier, I'd like you to do a couple things. Tag anybody here in the comments that has helped you, encouraged you, lifted you up, or inspired you in your search. Like any relationships you've built that have been valuable to you. This is not all doom and gloom. There are great things to this journey, and I want you to tag those great people who you've met lately. I want you to put them in the comment section. Also, put a hashtag what you're looking for. So hashtag IT, project management, QA, whatever it is that you're looking for right now, I want you to hashtag that in. We do have recruiters that are watching this show that hire people.
Sure do.
From those hashtags. So Andy Cook, thank you for
Atlanta.
being with us.
Atlanta's out in West Palm Beach, Florida, where I had a couple of contracts out there. And we talked about that on the way in. Thanks, Atlanta. It's good to see you.
And she says hashtag healthcare, hashtag providers.
Companies, Atlanta has done some of the, what's that word I'm thinking? I'm going to think of the word later. I'll tell you the word about it right now.
Squirrel.
Yeah, Foster is a squirrel.
I am old.
He is the squirrel. He is the purple squirrel.
Godfather of squirrels.
Yeah. David Ferner had made a comment earlier about BombBomb working, and it definitely helped him. So I wanted to mention that as well. David, good to see you here with us, man. Are you working right now
David.
while you playing this, man?
And actually, David, to your other comment, no, we didn't get a certain coach in our workshop, and yes, he did land very quickly with the New York Giants. So it was unfortunate we didn't get to get Jason Garrett.
Yeah, you guys are at work looking at the show. Eugene Clay, do y'all be careful who's walking by your computer, because if they see that you're looking at the Who You Know Job Network show, maybe somebody will get an idea.
least
It should
it's
be
on
okay.
LinkedIn.
It should be okay though, because they're
It
actually
should
doing
be.
something that's influencing their operations of the
That's
business.
right. It should be, but
Just
what's
make
the
sure
truth?
you're watching it on LinkedIn and not YouTube. Because
There
if
you
it's
go.
YouTube,
See?
they think you're playing. If
Right.
it's LinkedIn, they think
Yeah.
you're working. So, okay, let's. We got a bunch of hashtags coming in. Michelle Barrett, good to see you. Training and development.
Hey, Michelle.
Tammy says hashtag M. What is M?
Marketing.
Tell me what's in.
Marty says hashtag IT leadership. Let's see what else we got coming in here.
Terracell had one.
Carousel.
Project
Carousel, yeah.
manager. Yep, she says project manager. Chris
My
says
phone stopped
hashtag
again.
broadcasting. Guys, so I want you to be putting the hashtag of what you're looking for. And
Now this is what it's all about. Look at what Matthew Harrington just said. Terracell Bradley, shoot me your resume.
see,
Matthew Harrington at Matrix RS.com.
Matthew, appreciate you, man. Really
Matthew,
do.
you the man,
Matrix,
50 grand.
Matrix, y'all are the bomb.com. Andy
Yep.
Cook, thank you guys. Y'all are the bomb. Y'all are hiring people off this live stream, off the comments. How cool is that?
That's cooler than cool. That's
That is-
too cool for school.
That's too cool for school. That's what's up.
We're finding a lot of ways to survive out here in this.
Yeah. Look, I tell people all the
technology
time
world.
that there's a lot of ways to communicate on this planet, right? You got text message, you got
Yep.
voicemail, you got email, you got phone calls, you got Skype, you got live stream.
Mm-hmm.
This is another form of communication.
You got two,
forgot the
you
main
got two
one,
cups
though.
and a string.
Oh
You
my
forgot
God.
the main one. Holler
Bruh.
across the road at Trevor over there.
Bro, this is a faith-based show, man. What are you talking about?
That was good.
Two
That's
cups
kinda
and a
along the
string,
lines
man.
where I was
Come on,
going.
man. That was
Two cups and a string? You never did that?
Oh,
With
okay.
the
I
phone
thought you was
thing?
talking about
No.
some other kind of bro.
Wow.
Well, that's why I was over
It
here
wouldn't
shaking my head laughing
surprise
because I
me.
didn't think he got it.
No, I didn't
I
get
got
it.
what you were saying.
I thought you were
I
talking
was
about.
already going there.
I
And
thought you were
Mark's got
talking
to
about.
explain. It's 2 strings and 2 cans.
I
Come
thought
on.
you were talking about something nasty. You nasty.
And a sad and funny thing about
Mark
that
is
growing up.
nasty. Mark got 3 boys.
We just lost 10 people.
Yeah, they're like, I'm off this show.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
you
Get
have a
kicked
kid
off
at
for
home
sure
right
this
now, right?
time.
Yeah.
So if you just grab you 2 cans, when you have tomato soup or
Yeah,
something, and
put
put
the
a string.
string, yeah.
I
Yep.
guarantee you see the sun on the other side, and you have a community. He'll listen. He can hear.
Yeah.
It's not because you're in the room. It's the vibrations going through the string.
Wow. Okay, guys, let's come on back. I know we went a little
Circle
over.
back, circle
Welcome
back.
back to the Who You Know Job Networking Show.
Why is that?
Where what you know is important,
But
who you know can
who
make
y'all
all
know.
the
It
difference.
will make all the difference in you guys' job search.
And we are back with Monkey Butt, a.k.a. Mark Wariner, or is it the other way around? Mark Wariner, a.k.a. Monkey Butt,
It's that.
Yep.
owner of KVGI Media. Thank you for being with us. It's
Thank
been
you.
2 years too
Yeah.
long. 2
I could
years too
swear
long.
I've been on before though, but maybe not.
Well, you've got some events and some
You've
cool
not
things.
been on in the 20.
it's a new year.
You just-
Listen, I'm too busy working your show on the other
You
side.
are.
I'm having fun on the other side
This
watching
is
you
the
guys
guy
be
that
characters.
makes it possible. This is the guy that makes this show, guys.
Well,
yeah.
you are involved with a very unique operation, right? Here, it's based out of, well, it's national, but one of the locations is based out of here in
Yeah,
Frisco.
correct.
Actually, in this building.
in this building.
In this building, our good friend Casey.
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit more about Project Relo?
Okay. So Project Relo has come together. The fundamental, I guess the framework of Project Relo has been how to help pretty much companies and veterans actually talk together. Pretty much what you guys are doing in the networking field, but this is in the military side.
Yeah.
And what's happened in the corporate side is corporate doesn't understand the value. They don't understand how to hire veterans. They don't know how to put a value, put a number on it, because a lot of
It's
them.
a communication.
Yeah,
gap
it
there.
really absolutely is.
Yeah.
And today's communication is still doing 2 dialogues that are no longer a directive in how they hire. And that is veterans are not going to have the civilian education, and they're not going to have the civilian corporate workship that they've had. They're not going to have that experience. A lot of them have, but some of them don't, because if they served 17, 30 years, they're not going to have it. They're going to have military career, military experience. But Project Relo is actually the only organization I know in the United States, and I don't know if it's in the world, but we'll say the United States because that's what we know, that has access to a military base to take corporate executives, C-suite executives, HR directors, put them on a military base for 3 days and do a pseudo military mission style setup. They're going to understand. They're going to go through missions. They're going to wear the ruck equipment. They're going to go through simulations. They're going to go through the equipment. They're going to go through tunnels. They're going to wear and they're going to fire things. They're going to do things as if they're recruiting for military. They're going to work hand in hand on with the veteran next to them. And at the end, they're going to learn the empowerment, the education, the sensibility, the things that are taught military side, so that on the corporate side, they look and go, you know what? They're not a hero. They're an actual asset. And now I know how to hire them better. So you were mentioning Mark earlier, and it's kind of interesting because I've seen things about how Project Relo has been changing since I've been with them 3 years. So we have a hashtag, it's called Change the Narrative. And you kept saying transition.
Right.
So Casey McEwen went to was supposed to be like 100 guys, but the base actually brought in 650, 700 guys. And he spoke.
Golly.
He spoke about the word transition. And in the military side, the corporate side, transition, we're trying to get rid of the word because you're not transitioning into anything.
Right.
What you're doing is you're changing careers. You work for the military, and now you're going to come and work for a civilian corporate entity. So you're just changing careers. You're not retiring. You're just changing careers. So we're trying to change the narrative. We're trying to change the mindset. Stop thinking the negative side of things and start thinking about the positive side of things.
Right.
Love that.
You're just changing your job. That's it.
Right.
So
Yeah, because transition, admittedly, right? Transition can really be a negative connotative too.
exactly. And it is in the military side because they're told, and I hate to put it in this frame, but let's be honest, they're brainwashed to work as military, right? And so in our world, in the civilian side, we look at this and go, it's black and white. You're told to do your job, and then good luck, enjoy, because you don't have a job anymore, right? So civilian side, we put a transition on that you're either transitioning from service to civilian and you're retiring from service to civilian.
Okay.
But it's all the same.
It's all the
right?
same.
They just had a job. It's the job they chose. It's a career path they chose.
They need to change TAP then,
Yes,
right? They need
right.
to rename TAP.
Absolutely.
Transition Assistance
Absolutely.
Program
Right.
needs to be
Absolutely. And
something else.
there is no book, unfortunately, that says how corporate and how military are going to work together. There's nothing that says how I should hire you because you are an E1 or an E7, what your value was, what you did in service. But there is one important thing to do, and you guys are doing it, and that's putting the two sides together
yeah.
and sitting down in a room and actually saying, hey, Mark, hey, Trevor, talk.
Right.
You guys are both great guys. Here you go.
Right. But what happens is companies, perfect example would be is a CEO that would go and say, hey, I'm going to hire somebody, right? Go hire 10 veterans, 100 veterans, 5,000 veterans, right? It's a social good that they're putting a number and a statue on, but they can't meet it, right? It's just a social media push.
Or they do it and they haven't got the construct in the
Correct.
the whatever you want to call it, the processes or the
Right.
continuity to facilitate this actual success.
That is correct. And there's a third part of that element, and that's media. And media construes it as, well, they got PTS, they got problems, they just came out of the service, they're not ready. And that's not the true case here.
Man, that's a bunch of garbage.
Oh, it is.
It is.
I've actually heard of, people in the hiring space who there's a fear.
Yes.
There's an actual fear.
But on both sides.
Right. But I think on the civilian side, because I'm a veteran, right?
Yeah.
So and I've worked with a lot of veterans and talked with a lot of recruiters. There's actually a fear in corporate America of veterans, right? With whatever PTSD or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, there's this fear that, oh, is this guy gonna just go off sometime?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, okay. So, all right. Hey, you know what? There are some horror stories out there of military folks going in and blasting everybody up. Like where was it at the base?
Killeen.
In Killeen, right?
Killeen, yeah.
The
Fort
guy
Hood's
was
had 'em.
crazy.
Where I'm
Right.
from.
Yeah, Fort Hood, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm sorry, civilians are going in blasting everybody up too.
Yes.
In schools.
We just had it just a
and-
couple of days ago at a school.
Probably
It
a lot more
happens
than
more
the
in the
military.
civilian
Like if you
world.
look at the military, it's happened maybe one or twice. I mean that I can remember.
Yeah. But
Right.
far less.
But yeah, but like
than-
civilians
Far
like are shooting everybody up. They're going to schools just going crazy. By the way, y'all crazy stupid fools need to put the guns down and quit shooting everybody. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Stop playing those games.
Come on, love
It's
everybody.
not the gun's
Yeah.
fault.
It's not the gun's fault. No, I have several guns. I do.
Thank you.
That's Trevor's
NHRA.
fault, not
But-
the gun's fault.
But it's a tool, right?
Right,
So like
right.
a scalpel can be used to do surgery
hammer,
to
right?
save a life, and it can be used to kill somebody.
To take a life.
to
yeah.
take a life. So it's the same thing. Guys, I love this dialogue. It's pretty cool. The comments are going crazy. If there are
Good.
any veterans online with us, we'd love to hear from you. Just put #veteran in
and
the
we
comments
thank you
section.
guys tremendously.
Yes, we want to thank you for your service. We appreciate you. Ladina Piper, we know from you, absolutely. Thank you for your service. We want to hear from you guys.
Latina
And,
had some pretty good rank in the service too. She was
yeah.
up there.
Oh yeah.
That
Yes.
doesn't surprise me. Once you meet her, you go,
Oh,
were
yeah.
big time.
Now, a quick question, and I don't want to stay too long, but do you see there being more issues with the enlisted side or officer side?
So I'm going to have to go with the enlisted side, but I have seen it in officers. So the interesting thing that I've seen over the last several years is the miscommunication to military to the veteran retiring or moving into civilian life, and sometimes it's too fast, right?
Yeah.
So you talk about TAPS and everything. I love my two favorite words is common sense, and there are some commanders, ambassadors, generals that have communicated with their enlisted men when they're ready to resign from their position of post, is they'll re-educate them a little bit. They'll mentor them, and they'll speak to them and say, okay, TAPS is great. That's great. Here's your booklet, and thanks for your service. But hey, go over here, talk to this group, talk to these people. I've been working with them. He's an officer. So he's been an officer a lot longer than you've been enlisted in most cases, right? So I'm going to guide you. And listen, hit me up and I'll mentor you, right? What ends up happening, though, is a lot of them don't think they can continue doing that. And so what I've seen over the years, what media has seen, is a veteran, once he's retired from service, he goes home. And there's and I have to use the word transition, but there is a transition in his brain that is, I no longer have anything to do. And then there's two sides of that. One that's going to be the doer and the one that's going to waller in that pity. And the ones that waller in that pity, their first thing is that I've always seen, especially the enlisted, is going home and saying, I can't get a job. I got a wife. I got bills. I got a kid. They don't even think about how the spouse been doing it all along. You're forcing me to do it because I no longer have my job.
Right. That's all I have to think about.
And I don't know what to do.
Right.
Because now I got my wife telling me I got to do it. I've got my friends telling me I got to do it. Community service, my world, my community's telling me I got to go get a job. But I had my job and I don't have it anymore. So this is helping corporate America work with our veterans on a bigger scale. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen over time.
It won't happen overnight.
And nothing, even what you guys are doing, doesn't happen overnight. Well, you got to work in the nucleus and the community that you have, and you build it up from there. But we're a unique operation. The positive number I can throw you guys out for all your listeners, and this just came up in December. We realized after we counted through all of our alumni that's gone through, we helped 4,108 people in our alumni directory that came on the missions get employment last year.
How many was that?
4,108.
Whoa!
Holy
Okay, hold
cow,
on. Hold on. That's a lot of hands on LinkedIn.
It is, yeah.
That's a mic drop.
Let's get some hands on LinkedIn for that. How many was that again?
4,108 is what we've actually marketed to GuideStar and what we've marketed out to our industry corporate executives to say, thank you for you coming on and being on our missions and being an alumni now. But because of what you've done, because of what you've changed in your company and how you've hired and how you've redone things, our market value has gone up. And we've actually looked at the job numbers of going, how many have we helped get jobs?
Man,
What's that change?
Awesome. You guys are crushing it. I don't know why I haven't had you on the show before, man. We keep talking about it all the time.
Sometimes, Trevor, it's the simple things, right? So we had a guy from X company.
It always is with me.
He came in. He knew that his company was probably going to let his team go, which was really about, I think, 21 or 23 people plus himself, right? And he knew something was coming up, but he wanted to come on this mission. His boss let him come on the mission, and he went back, and the very first thing he did in 2 days is he told him, he went to his boss, he says, I want you to keep me on, and I want to let go of our entire staff, and I want to revamp it, I want to rehire all new people and go in a different direction. And his boss told him, this was going to be your last week. And that was a year ago. And he's still with them. And they went from 21 to, I think he rehired 37, maybe 40-something people in his team. But he changed. It's a marketing company for a large company, but he just changed the whole pattern because they were going to go and outsource it. But he changed it. What happens is when people lose their jobs, it gets into a stale economy of
coming in say mobile or computer, no audio. Lost audio.
It is now.
Okay.
It takes it whenever it's trying to reconnect the stream. It takes a little bit to reconnect it all.
Guys, let me know when you get the audio on your end, because
David Ashmore,
yep,
Susan
just
Corrigan,
put we have
Tammy.
audio back, guys. So here's what's happened. If you lost the audio, they didn't hear us talk about what happened. So technical difficulty. The stream
Sorry,
dropped.
guys.
We're back. Sorry that happened to us.
Nobody
and
in the
takes,
studio's fault.
It takes a second for the audio to come back in. So let us know when you can hear us. Just tell us. Yep, Carlos says drop connection. It's back. Peter, thank you.
All right, perfect,
Appreciate it.
perfect.
Appreciate it. So that's what happened, and they didn't get to hear us for the last couple minutes. Project Reload, when is this event? Tell us again.
So it's Casino Royale 3 for World Series of Poker for Project Reload. It's February 20, 2020. Starts at 5:30 p.m. for the VIPs. 7:30 p.m. is the World Series of Poker tournament. $250 buy-in. You can go to projectrelo.org. That's projectrelo.org. Right there on the front page, you can go get your tickets. You're not going to be able to get in any World Series of Poker tournaments anywhere in the United States for less than $1,000. You might get it for $800 in some events, but we're $250 buy-in. And if you win, there is top 3 winners, but the number 1 winner, this year we're changing it up a little bit. You will have a $10,000 seat. It's paid for you to sit. Even if you spent $500 and you win, you still get a $10,000 seat because you're number 1. You're going to go to Las Vegas. We're going to fly you at no cost to you to Las Vegas. We have a partner for that. We also have a partner for a hotel at the World Series of Poker event where you can stay during your stay, whether you make it 3 days or 7 days. And 7 days is the end of the tournament. So you're either going to stay a couple of days or you're going to stay the whole week, depending on your opportunity.
Is that the main event?
That's the main event.
The main event.
And I can say
Man.
this because I'm one of the founders of Casino Royale, is we have a unique partnership with WSOP. So we didn't know we had it the first year. The second year, it kind of just blindsided us. But we have the opportunity this year to put our persons on the top 3 tables, which means they're going to be the highlight of the entire ESPN3 that when it's advertised. And
Oh,
it's
my goodness.
televised. So it happened to us in the first year. It was a luck of the draw. Tommy, no, I can't remember Tommy's last name. So Tommy came in, he won. We sent him to Las Vegas. He happened to walk in when 2 officials when WSOP were walking down the hallway, and they saw Project Reload on his shirt. And they like, hey, we're going to put you over here. So they put him on table 3. And so he was televised the first couple hours. Like
Yeah.
he was on the main, he actually was on the table that got the previous year guy out. And then on the table next to him, that guy was out. So
Oh
he
my
got to move up.
goodness.
He went 4 days. He was 11, I
Wow.
think he was 11 people away from banking, which means making
In the
an
money.
income.
Yeah.
Yes. 11 people. He played 4 days and 11 more people. If he wouldn't have gone all in, he had no choice. He had to force to be all in because
Okay.
they had more money he had.
Yeah.
And he lost the hand. And that was it for him. But so that's our one event. Our next big events that we're going to do is the Dallas Memorial March for Carry the Load. We're a new benefactor this year at River Shawn Park, and we're going to be doing a huge event up there. So besides that, we're doing our missions May and June this year. We'll have about 16 people, both corporate and veteran side.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do up in Grayling, Michigan, up at the National Guard training base.
Grayling, Michigan.
It's the 3rd largest, but it's the largest National Guard training base in America.
Wow.
But it's the 3rd largest Army base.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got 2 million acres, and about 150,000 of it's actually, what do you call it? My train of thought. It's the inside operations. What do you call it? Inside the field of on the base. So you have inside base and outside base. There's
the
a
compound?
the compound or the garrison.
The garrison, yeah.
Yeah.
Garrison.
Yeah. So they have 147,000 acres, and so
Oh,
they have
wow.
they have
Golly.
they have cities and communities and everything built for you to do simulation 4 on
Put
4 on
tanks
4
out there
teams.
shooting
Oh yeah,
each
absolutely.
other.
Even helos, planes, they get their own airfield. Everything's there.
That's awesome.
147 acres is what I need for my cattle.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
All
I can't mention this last thing. I can't mention it the actual base, but we just made a connection with another base, and so we may be bringing on another base this next year, another Army base,
Nice.
and actually the largest Army base. So if you go Google that, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
That's where I'm from.
You're from that
I'm
place.
from that area. I'm from that area down there in Texas.
You have to tell me if we're on the same page after
Okay.
the show. see if he's smart enough. I mean,
All
he's
right.
supposed to be the godfather here, so
The job father, yeah.
the job father.
I don't know what page y'all are on. You talk about the same page. I don't know what page you're on. Let's see what page the audience is on. We want to hear from
Most
you
of the
guys.
people
We
said they
know
got the
we know that
notification.
the stream dropped, and so we
Yeah.
lost a big portion of our audience. So we appreciate everybody that is still here with us. David Mundy, good to see you. Charles Vanderwill, how are you? Lisa Lowry, she says, "My
Hey,
favorite."
David Mundy.
Lisa
David Mundy's
Lowry.
on?
LL.
Yeah, David Mundy's on.
Hey, David, we are still praying for you, brother. Man, I hope you're doing great. Let
Yeah,
us know
pray
how
for
you're
me
doing.
too, David. Yeah, I need it, man.
Thanks for coming back and listening to us, guys.
David
No
Long is
doubt,
still with
y'all.
us. Good to see you. Tommy Lindsay, how are you? Michelle Barrett came back.
Tim
Jennifer,
Bradley.
You know what these are? These are our loyal. Don Mason. These are our, this is our family right here.
This is family.
Not like everybody else that didn't come back aren't, but
Not to put you guys on a different
Wow.
pedestal, but you should create a fan club.
this is
You just-
this is our fan club. David Mundy
Andy
right
Cook.
there. Charles
Andy
Vanderwill. These are our people. Matter of fact, David's been
peeps.
on the show. Charles Vanderwill's been on the show. Let's see who else we got here. We got a lot of Lisa Lowry's been on the show. We got-
Lisa Lowry's been on.
Lisa.
Here's what I'd like for you to do is to tag anybody who has made an impact in your search. Just go ahead and tag them in the comments
Yes.
section and tell us what you're looking for. So hashtag IT Project Management QA, whatever the heck it is, put it in there. Let's see who we got. Cyrus, good to see you. He says, I'm back. You found us. You found us back. I appreciate you. Marty, top fans. Appreciate you, Marty. What's going on, man? How are you? So, guys, we really do appreciate you. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we're glad that you're back with us.
You know, a while ago when I messed up on Atlanta Allison,
Mhm.
that is out in Palm Beach, Florida, I was telling you guys, it is credentialing, medical credentialing that she has experience with. Credentialing.
What is that?
That's a hard word. What is that, anyway?
Atlanta,
Yeah.
did I get it?
What's a credential?
When you are going to decide that you're going to move to Texas and you're going to provide services, medical service, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a dentist,
Oh,
you're going whatever.
got it.
There are
Now it makes sense.
certain tests, there are certain things that you have to pass.
Yeah.
And the
I call it
credentials, certification. Credentialing.
Back to my words, common sense. You're using the word.
Oh,
that-
Eugene, you back with us, Gene?
Michelle
There's
says
nothing common about that.
Michelle says we are family. Love
Gene, we
that.
may be the only ones up there at Luby's on Saturday.
He likes to
man.
make up words.
Just like I said, Ohana. Ohana means family.
Ohana means family.
Is
So,
that Korean?
Relo, by the way, in the Urban Dictionary means family.
Relo.
Yeah, that's why we have RELO. So people think it's relocation and moving and transferring.
Uh-huh.
No, Relo means family.
I just got that from Lilo and Stitch. So, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, come on! I got a 5, a 3, and a 1-year-old. You know, I'm watching Disney all the time.
You're still a kid. He
That'd be-
refuses to grow up.
It's best that you stay that way mentally in our market and what we do.
Yep.
You should never be your age. Even if you're a professional out there, you should always think a
I'm
little
not
bit
going to
younger.
tell y'all my age because if you look at the way I act, I'll probably be about 20 years younger than what I really am.
Wow. Ladina Piper's back with us. Good to see you here.
Ladina.
So
Hey,
what you're
guys,
saying
I
is you're
have
9 years old.
something else I'd like for you to do because this show took a veteran twist because we brought Monkey Butt on with us. I would like for you to tag a veteran, right? Somebody, just let them
Awesome.
know. Let them know that you appreciate them. Say, hey, look, just tag them and say, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for your service, okay? Tag a veteran. And if you don't, if they're not on LinkedIn and you can't tag them, just put their
Bag
name.
'em.
I'm gonna tag.
Bag them? No. Come on, man. Come on, son. No, just tag.
Bag
just-
them and bag them. Remember you hear that all the time?
Yeah, you can take the bag off.
I'm
Take the
tagging,
bag.
tagging
We're
Dwight,
just
Dwight
kidding.
Mathers.
Tag them
We're just jokes. Just jokes.
if you can find them, because a lot of them don't like to be tagged. But tag them
I
anyways.
definitely don't want to be
Hey,
bagged.
Chuck, good to see you, man. He says you guys rock. Hey, when is that event? I know I have it on my calendar, but I don't have my calendar in front of us. When's that event? And
For Relo? For a casino?
no, I'm talking to Chuck, man. I'm not talking.
What?
I'm
You're
talking.
looking-
I'm talking to Chuck. I'm talking to him right here, Charles Vanderwill. What's up, man? Hey, when's that event? I
Chuck
know
V.
it's sometime this month. I can't remember when it is. It's APNG. Is that how you do it?
Yes, I got it. I
APNG?
got it right here. It's on my calendar.
The APNG. We're going to be over there teaching the rehumanize your business and rehumanize your job search.
That is the ABTP
The
and
ABTP.
BTNG.
Oh, my
You
God.
down with OPP? Man,
Yeah,
you know me.
It's the ab tip and the biting.
Oh, my my God.
He says the 25th. Yes.
25th, yes.
The BTNG.
3 p.m. to, well, I've got it on my calendar 3 to 7.
I don't
if that's
know,
the
man.
actual time, but.
We'll make sure we're there. I promise.
There's too many
We're ready for
acronyms
you.
in this
And I also
world.
want to give Matt Harrington a shout out too, because he was plugging his AWS workshop tomorrow that they're doing. He put the information in the first segment of the video. So if you guys want that information, be sure to connect with Matt Harrington or Andy Cook too. I'm sure can give you that info.
Hey, Karen Ferry. She says, hello, everyone. First time watching.
Karen.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, Karen, where are you?
Yeah, where are you located at? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you searching? Are you hiring? Are you don't care?
She's next door. She's right outside the door.
Tell us a little bit about
Are you
yourself.
Popo?
We'd love to hear from you. Yeah, David says, welcome. See, you're already part of the family. Your first time, your family up in here. You know what I'm saying? That's how we roll.
Whoop, whoop.
That is how we roll. So, yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Guys, a couple of things. If it's your first time tuning in, let us know. Check in with us. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Tell us what you're searching for. Put a hashtag IT, hashtag project management.
Man, Vez cracks me up. Man.
What'd he say?
Vez Gnomo. Is
Yeah.
it Como? Knomo?
Nakomo.
Nakomo. He wrote, why is the word abbreviation such a long word?
That's true.
Why is abbreviation not abbreviated?
Why not?
Vez, go back to work, man. You just got this job. Don't
Hey,
lose
we were also talking about
So what
how-
is it, ABV?
it.
The other day, me and Mark, I don't remember what the word was, but we were talking about you can't pluralize, like you can't pluralize an abbreviation, right?
True. Yeah. Well,
Right?
you can, but most of the time it doesn't
it's
work.
not actually a
wouldn't
word.
be,
then.
yeah.
Right.
Like,
Wow.
I don't remember which one. There was a word that I was like, wait a minute, that's not actually a word. Because
So-
we abbreviated it and then we pluralized it.
Well, you could, because we like RFPs, request for proposals.
Yeah, but
But a lot of people wouldn't know that.
Okay.
I mean,
it's
some
not
people
actually
would,
a
but not
word,
everybody.
though.
Right, it's not a word.
It then becomes like almost
ASAP.
slang.
ASAPs.
ASAPs. Like, then it
I need
becomes
you to all the
like slang.
ASAPs. It doesn't sound right, does it?
It depends, I guess, if it's a adverb, adjective.
Yeah.
Noun.
Come on. son.
Yeah.
Guys, we're crazy, and we obviously are not that bright. Cyrus Powell, good to see you here. Hashtag project manager, hashtag scrum master.
Cyrus, how is Cyrus Powell Jr. doing? Tell him Foster said hello.
That's where we met Karen at JFS.
JFS, very cool.
Hey,
Good to
Karen.
see you here with us. So I don't know if you were part of our first stream earlier, because this stream kind of got cut off and dropped. If you were part of the
We
first
got
one,
blasted.
hey, we got Mitch Jacobs from Jewish Family Services with
Mitch
us.
is
Good to see
on?
you.
Hey,
Yeah.
pods. What about pods for partners?
Charles says, Chuck says, we are hilarious. Hey, Chuck, man, I got to ask you a question. So on, LinkedIn, you're Charles, right? But you go by Chuck.
Right.
So you want to put some you want to put the little you want to put that in your LinkedIn, man? Because I'm always like Charles Vanderweel, and then I'm like, wait, it's Chuck. I don't know, man. I keep messing it up. So he says we're hilarious. That's okay. We're not that funny, I promise.
I'm not laughing.
In real life.
And I'm looking over there at Foster. He's not laughing.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing on the inside.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to get off the show for a minute because I need to go and relieve Megan so that you guys can finish up and she can leave. But I just want to end one thing for the three of y'all. I really appreciate what you're doing. I really do. I haven't said that to you enough, and I don't really say it to you in personal, but I'm saying it to you over there. I really do appreciate what you're doing. You guys, I really don't know that I saw the vision the first couple of months of what you guys were
We
really
didn't
doing.
either.
Well, I
We
think you had the
did.
idea.
Nobody
right?
did.
Nobody.
But
We didn't know how we were going to do it.
it wasn't until a little bit before you did your first event, way before you guys were doing workshops, that I saw that there was a value towards it, right? But you really guys, in the 24 months, you guys have developed something that I wish was in every city. And I wish that it was getting larger and larger. I wish this was a franchise out, like you've just, kind of like the ALS thing, right? I wish you guys would just be a phenomenal thing that just grows and grows and grows, and everybody in every city's doing it.
That's
be awesome.
coming.
I know.
That is
I know.
coming.
And I wish it
Absolutely.
was a movement.
Yeah.
I've been a part of
We want it fast.
100 men who give a damn, 100 women who give a damn.
Yeah, I like that.
Right? And that was a movement like the ALS. I wish this was a movement
Mm-hmm.
so that it happened in all companies. So get rid of the regular networking. do what you guys are doing
Uh-huh.
because it's communicating, and that's the miscommunication.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's the breakdown.
Well,
You
we
know-
appreciate that.
So,
And not
thank you for what you
everybody,
do.
but guys, you guys that are listening, recognize and you go to search for you if you want to see. We are in 23 different states in the United States right now. We're trying to grow that into the Career Search Network, and the Who You Know Job Network show gets us there. This is a vehicle. So check it out.
Monkey Butt, thank you for that
Thanks,
comment.
Monkey Butt.
Yeah, and guys, what he was saying is he wants to turn this thing into a movement, and guess
Yes.
what? So do I. So does Mark. So does Foster.
Yes,
And
yes,
who
yes,
can do
yes.
that?
You can do that.
You can
You
do
can
that.
do it by
You know
sharing
how you
and
do
talking.
that? Yeah, all you got to do is hit that share button. Sharing is caring. There's a little share button over here. You just hit it, and you know what that does? It then puts it into your network. And so imagine, like right now, I know before we had a couple hundred people, but now we've got like 50 people. Imagine if you all hit that share button right this second.
Let's hit
Just
Right
it.
now.
Let's
Right-
hit it.
right
Come on,
meow.
let's do
right
it.
now. And if you don't, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Which camera am I on? Which one? I'm on this camera. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come out through the screen. And if you don't share this stream, I'm going to come through the screen. Yeah, I'm trying to make a rhyme. Do you like that? You like that? If you don't share this stream, I'm going to come through the screen.
Word. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I do it right there.
That wasn't very good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Screen stream. Yeah.
That was my freestyle for today.
We got a comment from Mitch. He
Yep.
said, "What are your views on creating a nickname on a resume and profile when the person's name is difficult to read and pronounce?" So, Chuck, yes, we wanted to do your mother proud and call you by Charles. You know, I get it. You know, you guys can just call me Mark. By the way, that's fine.
I call you Big Toe.
But Mitch, to your
Wow.
question, I think that is totally fine. It's valid. When you use your name, whatever name you go by and prefer to go by, that's what I would use on your resume, on your LinkedIn profile. You can always put in parentheses, right, your formal, you know, I'll use Christian name or whatever, right, your given name.
Yeah.
You can always add that, but go with what you prefer to be called.
Durrell, thank you for sharing. We appreciate you.
There's a lady named
Chuck,
Holly Gordon.
thank you, Holly. Hey, guys. So yeah, I would put your questions in there too. That was a good question.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
great
Right?
question.
Guys, there's a lot of people watching this. Even though we had technical difficulties, there's a lot of people back with us.
Is Uni watching?
Uni Elder, are you there?
I'm going to tag her.
So Vez says I go by Vez on my resume and LinkedIn. Coz Vincenzo scares people.
Vez, I was going to ask you what that, what it was. I'm glad
Okay,
you said that.
so your real name is Kaz
Vezentazgo.
Vezentazgo. And he says his
yeah,
real
Vez,
name's
we're just going to be Vez B.
Actually, I'm gonna take it down even further. I'm just gonna call you V.
V.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay as long as it's consistent and people
Consistency,
can
yeah.
find you, right? Like that's the main thing.
Yeah, as long as they can find you and they know it's you. That's
Midge
your name.
says,
That's
hey,
you.
Vez,
Yeah, like look, hey Hope's online with us. Good to see you here with us, Hope.
you can't do anything
Hope's real
without
name is
hope. It's
Azine.
really-
Yeah.
It's a sad journey without hope.
So look at her name. We're talking about, putting the nickname or whatever in there. So Hope is her is what she goes by.
Her nickname. Yep.
Yep.
What is Hope's name?
Azine.
Azine. A-Z-I-N.
Azine.
Yep.
Yep.
Azine.
Okay.
But she is amazing. All right, let's see here. David
Amazing.
Ferner. Wait,
Wow.
what is this?
As long as it's not the same name as an adult film star.
Yeah. Might now be a career enhancer. What?
Wow.
Wow.
Touche.
They got medicine for that.
Don says, I'm still listening and still driving still. Wow, okay.
Oh,
I like
good.
that. Hey, you know what? That's a good question. Like, where are you watching from? Okay, not just your computer or your phone,
Right.
but like are you watching at your computer in your home?
Where are you coming in on?
Maybe on the TV? Because some people could stream this.
Smart TV.
Yeah, smart.
It's a smart
Oh,
TV.
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
Oh my
the
goodness.
smart clicker. The smart
Pack.
The smart
Smart
pot.
pot. It's got Captain America on there with a different accent.
Okay. All right. I want to hear from the audience. How many of y'all saw the commercial of Smart Pack? You
Oh, my
pocket,
God.
then you unpocket.
That is way too Boston for me. Boston.
Did you pocket in the harbor?
Oh yeah, that lady said the haba.
The haba.
And she smiles when she says
goes.
that.
They start talking, and then she starts yelling, "He's got a smart pack." That was
We laugh, but it sounds like that there again.
So I spent 6 years with Hyundai, right? And that was the Hyundai Sonata. Super impressive, actually.
Way
Yeah.
impressive.
Okay, here's a great question from Durrell. So she says, what are, oh man, I can't see it because they keep coming
Karen
through.
Ferry.
What are your suggestions on ageism practices, veiled ageism practices? Okay, so we talk about ageism a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
Here's the deal when it comes to ageism, and there's a lot of people that are struggling with this. Matter of fact, if you feel like you're dealing with ageism, I want you to put hashtag ageism in the comment section. It's real, guys. We see it. When we go to these groups, we see it all the time. So it's a sensitive subject, but we want to talk about it. Here are the things that the employers are worried about, okay? Number one on the list is money, okay? They are worried about you are too valuable, right? Like that's that term overqualified. What that really means at the end of the day is that your value is super high, okay? You're worth a lot. And so a lot of times you feel it, you feel the rejection, and you're like, you all of a sudden internally, your mindset, you start taking that rejection, and you start feeling like you're not worth very much, right? Like every time you get rejected, you start to feel worth less and less.
Oh, God,
but that's actually the opposite. You're actually worth a lot. The problem is the companies don't want to pay for that. They don't want to give. I'll give you an example, like $100,000. They want to pay $60,000 for that position. They have a budget, okay, and you can't really do much in that space. They only have a certain budget
in that arena,
right? And so here's the problem. If you can overcome that, they are worried about something else, which is that you're a flight risk. Okay, meaning if you will take that $60,000, right? They know you're worth $100, but if you'll take 60,
right,
the next company that will give you $100, right? You're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So they're afraid that even if you'll accept that lower amount, that you're going to leave. So you're a flight risk. The other thing that they're worried about is adaptability, which is technology, right? Like, this world moves so fast when it comes to technology.
Well, not only technology, but culture too.
Culture.
Adaptable to culture.
Yeah, are you adaptable? Are you going to be okay with a younger boss, right? Like somebody who's a millennial maybe who's going to be your boss.
Somebody like me.
So, yeah. Yeah. Foster's the world's...
I'm the world's oldest
millennial. But these are the things that they're concerned about. Like, even when it comes to technology, you have to think about companies like Blockbuster. I was just thinking about this the other day. Blockbuster, they're not here anymore, right? It's because they didn't adapt. They didn't change. And think about it. They should be right now a major player in streaming services. Like, think about it. You've got Netflix. You've got Hulu. You got Disney Plus. You got Amazon Prime. Where is the streaming service for Blockbuster? They missed the boat. They're gone. That company doesn't exist because they didn't adapt. And we live in a world where things are very, very quick when it comes to technology. So if you're not on it, right, if you can't adapt with technology, that's what they're afraid of as well, because then their company is at risk of being gone, right?
Can I interject some tips?
Yeah.
Okay, so used to talk about this a lot because I was running into people that more and more I think were dealing with that. Maybe it just hasn't maybe come up as much. Maybe over the last few months or so. But one of the things that you can do to address that, right, when you're in the job search, you're in sales and marketing, and one of the best techniques in sales and marketing is if you have an objection or a potential objection, to overcome that,
it.
right? Overcome the objection before it becomes an objection.
Yeah, before that even comes out of their mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you can do is as you're walking into an interview and you walk into a room and it's 30-somethings and you're 55, right? One of the things that you could do is before you even get into the interview, pause, right, and just interject and say, hey, before we get started, I just wanted to, share something that's kind of been on my heart.
Address the elephant in the room.
Right, address the elephant in the room. I just want to address the elephant in the room. You could even say that.
Yeah.
And just, then go into, look, I'm super passionate about my work. I'm really excited about this opportunity, this job. I'm very high energy. I feel like I can adapt to a lot of different cultures. I love working in team environments. Like, express your adaptability. Like, tangibly put that into a statement. and take that objection away before they can even make it one.
Yep, absolutely. Like get that off the table right in the beginning, right? Because that's what they're looking at when they walk in. They see you, and I'm sorry, it just is what it is. But people judge really quickly. Like the first, I don't know what they say, the first minute you meet somebody,
30 seconds, yeah.
30 seconds. So they're automatically judging you, which is not fair. It's totally not fair, but it's reality. And so if we know that, we know how to overcome it. And that's like Mark's saying is you want to address the concerns before they come out.
Now there's a number 2, right, suggestion, and that would be additional certifications, additional professional development. Maybe it's a course that's just on social media, right? There's one coming up. I think I just heard one maybe at Frisco Connect yesterday. Somebody was talking about one. That is a way that you can show that you are learning, right?
Yep.
And that you are continuing to develop yourself professionally.
Yep.
And that you also are adaptable.
You're not stale. You continue to educate yourself, right? So that's super important.
Yeah, any coursework that you're taking, any certifications that you're working on, like you've got to include those in your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and all that.
Now, I do want to address this part because here's the deal. Like we're talking about a lot of things to do in the interview to overcome the ageism, right? But I know a lot of these job seekers are not getting to the interview stage because their resume shows that they're older and they're getting the ageism before they even get to that stage. So how do you overcome that? Like how do you get to that interview to be able to overcome their objections if they're blocking your resume, right? How do you get to that stage? Well, that's what this show is all about. It's about networking. You have to network in because if you just apply, yeah, you're not going to get there. They're not going to call you because they've already discriminated. I'm just going to say
you'll be in the mechanical system and you'll be judged by the mechanical system.
The mechanical system has judged you and is blocking you. So what do? I know that's like, oh, that's unfair. That stinks. But guess what? You know what? At least if you know it, we have a way around. And the way around is to use LinkedIn, to have strategies to network, to get the human element involved. And that's why what we teach at our workshop is so valuable because we got to get humans involved so that you can then tell them how passionate you are, tell them how much you love the culture, tell them how much, you're adaptable and technology is not an issue for you and you're going to be able to do these things and you're a high energy producer and, but if you can't have that conversation, you're dead in the water.
And you need a bridge for that conversation a lot of times. If I know Mark introduces me to Trevor. Trevor trusts Mark's judgment a little bit. And at least when I walk in the door, I have a little bit of an advantage of a relationship. I knew you guys knew I was going to say that, didn't you?
Yeah. Don Mason said right here, he says, I'm in that stage. I'm getting blocked before the interview now, right? So, Don, I totally understand. They are discriminating, right, based off of your age, based off of your resume, and you're not even getting to the interview to overcome those objections. So that's tough. We get that. What you got to do, it's so vital that you network, that you get humans involved because the computer's going to block you.
Mm-hmm.
A small thing that you can consider, some of you guys that have been working like as long as me, maybe on your education you don't want to share the years that you graduated.
Well,
just a thought.
Yeah, that. So another comment that he said, I've applied to 52 out of the top Fortune 500 companies. Okay, here's another thing that I know, Don, I just want to touch on. 52 out of the top 500 companies. The larger companies are going to be harder. They just are. They're going to be tough, man. They're going to have more, hoops to jump through. Why? Because a company like Toyota, okay, big old company, they're getting all the traffic. They're getting thousands and thousands and thousands of applications every single day. So guess what they're going to be? Extremely picky, okay? They're going to want that purple squirrel so bad, okay? And they'll wait till they find it because guess what? I got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of applications because everybody wants to work for me because I'm Toyota, right? So what I would recommend, Don, is that if you're feeling like, man, these big Fortune 500 companies are blocking you, man, and they're making you jump through all these hoops, start looking at some of the smaller companies.
Start looking at some of the smaller companies.
Right?
Yep.
So I hope that helps, guys. I mean, these are great questions. I love the dialogue that we're having right here. You guys are awesome. I mean, seriously, that's what this show's about. Ask your questions so we can answer them for you. Ageism's huge. I mean, we see that on a daily basis. David Ferner was talking about earlier about that's also why you want to use BombBomb and use the videos to rehumanize, to to show them that you're good with technology.
Mm-hmm. Guys, check this out. We're all on LinkedIn. I know you're not brave enough to lift your hands and show if you're not on LinkedIn. You can't do it anyway on this show. So, guys, look, when you go to LinkedIn, what do you see? Video after video after video. People expressing themselves. People are branding themselves by use of video. In the Monday Who You Know Job Networking Show workshop, you guys are taught how to use some of the methodology behind the videos, not just the video itself, but the methodology of how to use the thing, y'all.
Yeah, 100%. Wait, hold on. I had a comment from Mitch Jacobs I wanted to plug in. Let me go back because I messed that up. Where did it go? You guys see the last comment from Mitch Jacobs?
Being blocked.
Yeah.
Network, develop familiarity, and build contacts, confidence in you through active LinkedIn networking.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I love that. When he said confidence, that's something else I want to touch on, because the mindset is so important. It's one of the most important things in your job search. We see a lot of people come through, and because of all the rejection, because of all the black hole stuff, and because of how hard this process is, like, your mindset isn't right, and you're struggling with that. You're struggling with feeling encouraged and being confident and being able to go in there and crush your interviews. Like, you're really struggling with that. Your mindset isn't right. And so I would highly encourage you. That's so important. You need to go do some practical things. Like, here are some things that can help your mindset. Working out, that can definitely help your mindset. Music, that can help your mindset. Go volunteer. That can definitely help your mindset.
Watch a funny movie. Thankfulness,
right? Being thankful. Write down the things you are thankful for and have that in your pocket. And anytime you're feeling down, pull that thing out, right? And say it out loud over and over. Like, literally read that thing out loud like 10 times.
Read the Bible.
Yeah, read the Bible, right? Help other people. There's a lot of things that you can do. A lot of these... YouTube has a lot of, like, self-talk, TED Talks and stuff like that you can listen to that are uplifting, encouraging, but you got to get your mindset right. We've got something planned. I talked about this earlier. We've got something that we're planning right now called the Who You Know Career Transition Summit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're calling it the Summit, the Here You Know Career Transition Summit. So I want you guys to imagine, like, the Tony Robbins of job search, right? It's going to be high energy, okay? Lights, camera, action.
Julian Blasino.
Yeah, we're going to have Julian's going to be there. We're going to get some speakers in there. We're going to bring the energy, because I know that the mindset is one of the most important aspects to this, and you need to be lifted up. There are some times where you're carrying a lot of baggage, you're hurting, you're depressed, you're down. Maybe you just got through we had one guy who was 15 interviews. Luckily, he got that job. Yeah. But what if he would have not got that job after 15 interviews?
That would have been a beat down.
Imagine where your mindset is after 15 interviews and you didn't get the job, right? So we know this is the stuff you're dealing with, guys, and you're going to need something to lift you up, and that's what we're creating right now, guys. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait. I want you leaving that room, like, on a high. I want you so excited about your journey. Like, this journey, you need to embrace it, and you need to be excited, and you be really pumped and, like, ready to go,
Oh, show.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right, guys, that's the show today. Any other comments or anything we want to touch on?
We are here for you. Said it yesterday in Frisco Connect, but for those of you that weren't there, 2 things that you should worry about. Those are the 2 things that you can control: your attitude
and your activity.
Keep them both positive.
There's one thing I want to say before we go, because I don't talk about it enough.
Yes.
Job seekers, you guys need to go to the search, the number 4, the letter UINC, our website, and look at some of those jobs that are posted there. Here's the thing. Those jobs that are posted have the direct information for the recruiters, hiring managers that are responsible for hiring for those jobs. So at the companies, if it's not a third-party company posting, you guys can go to the company and apply. Make sure you're in that system. Then send your resume to the direct person that is responsible. Now, here's the thing, guys. Don't send your resume if you guys are not a fit for that job. If you're answering the nice-to-haves instead of the requirements, guys, they post the job for the requirements, not the nice-to-haves. So
Right.
make sure that what they're looking for, you can express your experience in those areas. And you know what? Then through a relationship that somebody has, probably me, if it's posted on my website, then we'll be able to endorse you.
Yeah, I love that. So, yeah, definitely go to searchforyouinc.com. The link is in the description or in the comments here.
Right.
Mark just posted that in. Also want you to know, in the description of this post at the very top, there's a digital business card. And this digital business card has a lot of resources in it, so I'm going to put this into the stream. But we've got our workshop, so every Monday 1 to 5, if you want to learn how to rehumanize your job search, you need to come out. We have free professional headshots that we give at Frisco Connect. So you need to come out to Frisco Connect. It's every first and third Tuesday of the month, and you can register right there from that digital card. For some people that are having trouble getting on the LinkedIn Live, they're having trouble finding it. There's instructions in here. We have a LinkedIn page. We have a LinkedIn group. We've got a YouTube channel. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And, of course, when you land, you want to send in your email to the whoyouknowshow@gmail.com because we want to know your story. And I think we're going to start doing something even better. I got to thinking about we need to have a gift for the landings. I want to shower them with something, show a little extra love for it's like
maybe a gift card or something.
Something. Yeah, like congratulations, and so we want to hear your stories, guys. Send them in to whoyouknowshow@gmail.com.
And Darrell Tolbert, thank you for joining us today. You said this was your first visit.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Anything else?
Nope. All right, guys.
That is our show.
That is our show. Bye, Karen Ferry.
It's all about who you know.